Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. This is Brother Tazapah here with you. And for today's lesson, I'd like to give kind of a heads up with all of the bombardment of news and information that's coming at us. All right, it would be wise to keep in mind Alex Jones, even though he may be a shield and a plant himself, which I don't follow Alex, but he will bring out, all right, pertinent information from time to time. All right, but one thing he did say correct is that we are in an info war. And if you think the enemy doesn't understand that, well, he's the one that waged the war. Okay? But if you think he don't understand us and our position when we've been vocal at Great Millstone, all right, about where we stand, and it's no mystery, we stand on the scriptures. So they kind of have a look into our playbook just as much as we have a look into theirs. Okay? But they don't know all of our inner workings, just as we don't know every little detail about what they do. But now, why I'm bringing that out is to say they know some of the things that we're looking for because they understand prophecy. So it's nothing for them to put out fake news stories to get us, all right, to go off, to look like false prophets. And I'm not saying that that's the case. Well, it is the case, but I'm not saying that brothers have done that. I'm just saying to look out for it because there is, to quote Trump, a lot of fake news out there. Okay, even in the underground news feeds and circles or whatnot, there is misinformation, fake news out there. So we really have to vet the information that we receive, especially if we're going to report on it or if we're going to be preaching or doing lessons. We need to really vet and comb through our information because a lot of fake news is out there. So, and this is why I want to start here. It made me kind of look at this verse in a new light. And this is Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. All right. And where are these rumors gonna come from? If not from your government, through media. All right. You might hear something from your neighbor. Your neighbor might tell you, so and so at war. They at war. But where they get it from? Media. So we are hearing of wars and rumors of wars. All right? And those rumors a lot of the time are started by our government. Okay? Because the US government been owned lock, stock, and barrel by your banking elite. All right? Your banking overlords. All right? They own government and they own the media. So, they have a propaganda machine that is, hands down. I mean, it's it's a wonder. All right, that CNN, Fox, and all of these other publications. Oh man, they've been doing a number. All right, because we know under the Obama administration, Obama repealed the Smith-Mundt Act, or Munt, Smith-Mundt Act. All right, which the Smith-Mundt Act, what it does or what it did was it forbid the government to propagandize U.S. citizens. And so with Obama repealing that, and ever since then, uh, like Trump was saying, we've been having a lot of fake news. All right, a lot of propaganda has been hitting us. The perfect example, overwhelming and perfect example is through COVID. All right, that whole shit, that whole pandemic bullshit. Okay, that whole thing was propaganda. Propaganda, which, like I said, that media machine, that shows you the extent of its power, the pandemic, because millions of people around the world, all right, have croaked due to what was put out through CNN and other news syndicates. All right, but now we're moving into Esau's end game, right, which is war, and he wants to destroy the world, the old world, because he wants to bring in or usher in his new world order. So he wants to destroy the old world. All right. And as many people as possible in the process. He wants as much collateral damage as possible. And then he thinks he's going to emerge from the ashes and rebuild the world anew in his image and be able, all right, to live as a god. I would say rule. But he really don't want anybody here on this earth but him and his little robots and machines are cyborg people. So I guess you could say rule. But anyway, he wants to reduce the population of people drastically. All right, but we have moved into really the Most High's end game. Okay, and so with that being said, the Most High's end game is war. With the Most High being a man of war, the Most High set the stage for the ultimate throwdown, the ultimate war. All right, this third woe, and it's being set and is being waged by way of deception. And remember, all right, this whole uh, well, I know that Netanyahu came out and said this is not he I have to paraphrase him, but he said this is not a what they like to call it, a conflict. This is not a conflict. This is not, something or another. He said, we are at war. Okay? So he's stressing that. Okay? But it's all about deception. Now I'm bringing that up because we know the Mossad is basically Israel's intelligence agency. All right? Or either a arm of it. Okay? Because, well, we'll just leave it at that. But the Mossad's motto is that they wage war by deception. And that's their motto. They wage war by deception. Okay? And that's not just limited to them and over in Israel. America has long, you know, did these uh, military um, campaigns, for lack of a better term, perform coup d'etats and all of this by way of deception. Then they come back and then they feed us lies. Here, the American populace, they come back and feed us lies. If they go, say into Iran in 53, which the CIA did under Operation Ajax, right? And telling the people how uh, the Shah of Iran was so oppressive, right? And they went in and installed uh, shit. I, it, I forget who they put in. Mossadegh. They put in Mossadegh in 53. And this is what they do. But then they tell us that, well, he was oppressive and all of this, and it's just war being waged by deception. And then they won't even tell you it's war. Yeah, this is a conflict, Korean conflict. Motherfucker, you killing people. What you mean a conflict? Conflict is when it's a battle. You just go over there and wage an offensive against what you see now, women and well, civilians. Okay? And at least that's the story being waged in the news. That it's civilians being targeted. All right? Israel just went and just hooded out Gaza. And I know the civilians had to been killed through that excursion or that action. You see? Um, yeah, I'm just thinking about something. But anyway, back to the scriptures. We just have to be very careful how we move in these last days. Okay? As not to put out any false info so that because that's our the whole world is against great millstone and we're trying to do the world a world of good. But we already understand from John, the third chapter, that people are going to rebel against the light. All right? The book of John says, this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world. I'm going to jump over and grab that real quick. So, we're everybody's enemy for no good goddamn reason. We're everybody's enemy. So, they would love to be able to point the finger and say, yeah, them niggas false prophets. They still talk about the year 2000 prophecy, blaming it on Apostle Tahar. And he didn't put that out there. That was something that was said among the seven. I don't know where it originated actually, but it had to come from leadership, and the whole school was looking to that. That wasn't something coming from Apostle Tahar, but he gets blamed for it. You know, uh, seemed like there was something else, but I'm gonna bring this out real quick. This is John chapter 3. We'll start right here at 18. He that believeth on him, the only begotten, all right, him is talking about Yahushua, the Most High's only begotten Son, all right. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he had not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. So people hate us because they're wicked. You try to bring somebody to righteousness who's accustomed and loving his evil, yeah, he just might try to kill you. Okay? It happened to Abba. It happened to all of the prophets of old. All right? When you try to bring the wicked to righteousness, they will rebel. And so it's just, it comes with this thing of ours. People are wicked out here in the world. And so, I don't want that. Going back to Matthew 24:6, it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. All right? Going back to Apostle Gabar last week, he said, we don't even get excited about that shit because he knows. In his experience and his wisdom, he knows that, shit. Yeah. Well, it's good if it's happening, but we still have a lot more prophecy. Not a whole lot, but we still have major prophecies yet to come. And much pain and suffering and anguish to endure. Okay? So I'm in the mind of Apostle Gabar. Shit. Maybe when that MOTB come, I'll be crunk. You know, I will be crunk then. But I really can't get excited till I'm it's on that chariot. All right. So I don't know if what the Most High got set for me, but I'm gonna give all diligence to make my calling and election sure, as Peter stated in 2 Peter 1 and 10. Okay. I'm giving all diligence to make my calling and election sure. so so I had Revelation 20, and we're gonna go there too. In verse 8, Revelation 20 and 8. Well, I gotta get 7. Revelation 20 and 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog. Why? To gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. All right. So this Satan, who's not talking about the chief demon, Satan, is talking about his children here in the earth that carry out his will. All right. His little minions and flunkies, who are none other than the children of Edom. All right. And who's running this? It ain't all of Edom. It's the elite of Edom. The Edomites are so-called white people. They are the Satans in this world that's responsible for all of this misery, anguish, suffering, pain. All right, because the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, Esau, Edom. And what did it say? And shall go out to deceive the nations. He got the perfect vessel for that. And it's called his media outlet. Okay? So now we see him deceiving Gog and Magog. All right, going into Russia, and this war that's going on. All right? Putin and the Kremlin is sick of America and its BS with all of this of the deception and the propaganda that they've put out in the world, let alone the slander that they've tossed toward Russia with the whole Ukraine situation. All right, but right, that's going to be the key player in taking this place down. Is Gog and Magog, which is again Russia. It said, which are in the four quarters of the earth. Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle. Right, Russia's going to be a key factor in this third woe. All right, and China is going to line with them as well as other key players. I already see Iran. Well, it was prophesied. Persia. All right, Persia is going to be with Russia. Libya, other countries are going to align themselves with Russia to come against this great, filthy, stinking whore, America. All right, the virgin daughter of Babylon. But right, um, they should go out to deceive. So, in other words, we're undergoing or entering into a war that's been waged by deception. All right, and there's so many sources coming out saying that um, the whole incident between Palestine and Israel is a false flag. Okay, I mean it's so much info on out there on that. Israel basically created Hamas. Okay, because that's suicide. I mean, when I first heard it in the first video I done on it, I said, it could easily be a false flag. This is when it first broke out. I didn't know, you know, up from down in the situation. But one thing I know, that would be suicide for Gaza just to do that. Why would they do that unless they had, the backing of another major country? But then, yeah, that's not good politics. So I didn't understand from Gaza's point what they would stand to gain in doing that. So I said it has to be. And now you see Gaza is in ruins. So who did it benefit? Who did it benefit? And that's the question you always ask. Qui bono, Latin phrase, who benefits? And it damn sure ain't Hamas. Or, yeah, Hamas, but it damn sure isn't Gaza. Okay? But again, this is the end game. The Palestinians got to go. That's in Esau's. That's his little bucket list. So people they'll make a bucket list right before they're getting ready to die or kick the bucket of things they want to do. So one of the things they want to do is just give all of Israel to the gutters, okay, and just kick up dust and chaos all around the earth until the whole world itself unravels in chaos and turmoil. And we see that happening. All right, so it all fits. So I'm gonna read it one more time. All right, and when the 1,000 years are expired, 1,000 years of the Dark Ages, which also was the time of the Byzantine Empire, it spanned at least 1,000 years. All right, and then after they was taken down, um, the Ottoman Turks conquered Constantinople. That was one of the key um, victories. And then Esau began to come back into power. The Ottoman Turks were Edomites, okay? And I believe they were Muslim. I believe they were Muslim as far as their so-called religion. But anyway, um, Esau came back into power and is known in history as the Renaissance. Well, the Renaissance marks them, or that 1,000 years ending. All right, the Renaissance marks that, which is about around circa mid 13 to late 1300s. All right, his 1,000 years expired around the 1300s, and he was loose, meaning he began to come back into prominence. He came out of captivity because under the Byzantine Empire, ruled by Israelites, we put Esau and Edom in chains. All right, then he had to be loosed for a little season. So when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. The prison is captivity, slavery, and shall go out to deceive the nations. And he did that from day one with the whole picture of Caesar and all of that. And all that factors in because they're going to play Christianity off of Islam and vice versa. So his deceptions from his inception, all right, make sure I said that right. His deception from his inception is playing out in the chaos that's taking place today. So all of his deception is culminating into this third woe. All right, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. All right, and that was the point on that. His deception ain't gonna stop just all of a sudden. No, he has to go harder now. All right? And he has to pull out all of the stops. And we see him. He's in a sense in desperation. I'm going to just bring this out real quick. All right? It just tells you, lets you know the man that we're dealing with, our enemy. And it just lets you know here in Ezekiel 28:3, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. And this is speaking about Esau, Edom. All right. The Heavenly Father said he's wiser than Daniel. So they know who we're looking for as the hopeful elect. They know we're looking for the third woe to break out. They know we're looking for the MOTB. That's all we talk about. All right. So much so that you got niggas complaining that we talk about it so much. And that's good because I'd rather have that complaint than the complaint of y'all don't never, you know, do the work. Y'all don't never edify, you know. So I take that, you know. Yeah, that's all we talk about. Yeah, all right. But anyway, this man is wise. And he excels. He is the most subtle beast of the field. You understand? So just be cautious with these articles and things, you know. And Ariala has stated this shit earlier in the year. I was like, yep, yeah, hell yeah. He's absolutely right, you know. And I see it ramping up now that he's getting ready to go in for the kill, so to speak. So just be on alert and take nothing for face value. Check everything out. Be thorough. All right. And to the next one, Shalom.